NPR decided to go to some deep red rural parts of Louisiana to ask some residents about politics. Specifically, they were concerned about the people's reaction to Democratic Senator Mary Landrieu. And listen to what they ran into.
Democratic Senator Mary Landrieu. The deal breaker for him was when she voted for the Affordable Care Act. Now, Broussard has all kinds of problems with the law itself, that it's wrong to force people to buy insurance, that it will make businesses hire less. But there's something else that bothers him. The law is the signature achievement of President Obama.
Did you vote for Obama in 2008?
No.
Why not? So that was before Obamacare. Why didn't you?
I don't vote for black people, lady. No, ma'am. I don't vote for black people. They got their place, I got my place. That's the way I was raised.
So how much of you that doesn't like Landrieu is really about you not liking Obama? Are the two inseparable in your mind?
If she hadn't voted for Obamacare, I'd still vote for her. Oh, no.
That's what did it.
Because she helped the people.
Because she helped the people. Voters in Louisiana acknowledge how much Landrieu has helped her state. But she's associated with two things many people here resent: the healthcare law and the president behind it.
That's incredible. I have so much to say about that. It was just like a minute-long clip. So, first of all, that's what I call matter-of-fact racism, where, you go to certain parts of the country that are still stuck in, like, the early 1900s. Like, there are parts of the country that haven't changed since the early 1900s. They're just super rural, not tapped into the internet or to city life or even suburban life. They don't care about world events. They just live the type of life that they want to live, being totally isolated. And by the way, I have no problem with being isolated and living as you want to live. If you don't want to, partake in society in an often kind of way, like you do it on a regular basis, you don't want to use the internet and all the modern amenities, by all means, that's your right to do that, man. But that's the scariest kind of racism, because it's the duh racism. Like, he responded as if she should have known that was his opinion. Like, no, whoa. Did I vote for Obama? I don't vote for black people. How do you not know? Do you see me? I'm white. Do you see it? You're white too. Do you vote for black people? What's wrong with you? What are you talking? Why would you do that? It's the of course aspect of it that's just, it makes your jaw drop like, whoa. It's like looking through, it's like stepping into a time machine and getting a glance back at the mid 1800s as to how white people acted. Just obviously, why would I vote for a black person? He's black. He's black. Do you see that? Duh. Why would you? Hello, are you stupid? You're not voting for your own. You got to vote for your own. What are you, crazy? It's a amazing mindset that's so foreign to a lot of people nowadays, and that's the worst kind of racism. Like, that guy wouldn't lose a wink of sleep if there was a lynching, next door to him. He woke up and saw a black dude hanging from a tree. That's what it is. It wouldn't fucking change a goddamn thing in his life. But there's that racism. There's also subconscious racism nowadays. That's more people who think, no, I'm not racist. And then, if someone in a candid moment you catch them, would you let your daughter marry a black guy? No. All right, then you're fucking racist. What are you talking about? A lot of racism it's not overt, but people don't realize they have these racist feelings. So this shows you how pervasive racism still is. It's just so nonchalant. Of course I wouldn't vote for a black guy. And then there's two other telling parts there. The first one is because she helped the people, I'd vote for her. So wait a second, you're not going to vote for her because she voted for Obamacare, even though you're admitting that she helped the people of your state. Whoa, man. So you're admitting I'd rather get fucked over and not get help than support somebody who voted with a black president. That's deep racism and deep ignorance, and that's as stupid as it gets. Does it get any stupider than that? I don't think it does. Just arbitrary things that piss you off. I mean, I don't like that guy because he's black. That's like saying, I wouldn't vote for that guy because he wears a watch that's a brand I don't enjoy. Like, what? Why is that a reason not to vote for him? Why? What? It hurts your head. And then the final thing, he says, that's the way I was raised. How telling is that, man? That's his reasoning. Yeah, I don't vote for black people. I don't like black people. That's the way I was raised. They got their place, I got mine. And yet again, because this is a theme we talk about so often on the show, and everybody's got to self-monitor. I self-monitor with stuff like this all the time. Everybody should self-monitor with stuff like this. That's not a fucking argument, you know? Like, if that's your argument, you have not thought about any issue seriously. Like, that's not a serious person's argument. That's not a thinker's argument or a reader's argument or anybody who's versed as in reality. That's not an argument they make. I was raised that way, therefore it's right. Why the fuck should anybody accept that the way your punk ass was raised is the right way? And that's the implication. Well, of course it's right. I was raised like that. No. How many people have been raised in a different scenario than you and turned out okay? How many people were raised in a different scenario and turned out better? How many people are more successful? How many people are happier? How many people lived a totally 180-degree polar opposite life? Right? This guy, one mother, one father, white picket fence, a dog, and 3 kids. That's how we was raised. Father worked down at the old mill. Okay, but what about the guy whose dad was an accountant and grew up in a liberal state and who was married to another guy? And they were swingers, and they casually did drugs, and the kid turned out to, next thing you know, be incredibly successful himself. How about President Obama? How about a guy who was raised by a single mother and became president of the United States? Just because your ass was raised a certain way doesn't make it right.